Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Finding Hope Through Faith. I am Daniel. We're in Deuteronomy chapter 7 today. And just from last time, before everybody split, made sure that, follow the 10 Commandments, follow God's rules. Make sure, and he drilled it into their heads. That he brought them out of Egypt from slavery and brought them to this beautiful, prosperous land that he promised their fathers. And he made them realize, remember, don't forget. So now we're going to be moving forward. Hopefully it's going to be positive. But we're going to find out. Let's do it. When the Lord your God brings you into the land which you are to enter and occupy, and dislodges great nations before you, and when the 7 nations more numerous and powerful than you, and when the Lord your God delivers them to you, and you defeat them, you shall doom them. Make no covenant with them, and show them no mercy. You shall not intermarry with them, neither giving your daughters to their sons, nor taking their daughters for your sons. For they would turn your sons from following me to serving other gods, and then the wrath of the Lord would flare up against you quickly and destroy you. But this is how you must deal with them. Tear down their altars, smash their sacred pillars, chop down their sacred poles, and destroy their idols by fire. For you are a people sacred to the Lord your God. He has chosen you from all the nations on the face of the earth to be a people particularly his own. It is not because you are the largest of all nations that the Lord has set his heart on you and choose you, for you are really the smallest of all nations. It is because the Lord loved you, and because of his fidelity to the oath he had sworn to your fathers, that he brought you out with his strong hand from a place of slavery and ransomed you from the hand of the Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Understand then that the Lord your God is God indeed, the faithful God who keeps his merciful covenant down to the 1,000th generation toward those who love him and keep his commandments, but who repays with destruction of the person who hates him. He does not dally with such a one, but makes him personally pay for it. You shall therefore carefully observe the commandments, the statutes, and the decrees which I enjoin on you today. As your reward for heeding these decrees and observing them carefully, the Lord your God will keep with you the merciful covenant he promised on the oath to your fathers. He will love and bless and multiply you. He will bless the fruit of your womb and the produce of your soil, your grain and wine and oil, the issue of your herds and the young of your flocks, and the land which he swore to your fathers he would give you. You will be blessed above all peoples. No man or woman among you shall be childless, nor shall your livestock be barren. The Lord will remove all sickness from you. He will not afflict you with any of the malignant diseases that you know from Egypt, but will leave them with all of your enemies. You shall consume all the nations which the Lord your God will deliver up to you. You are not to look on them with pity, lest you be ensnared into serving their gods. Perhaps you will say to yourselves, these nations are greater than we. How can we dispose of them? But do not be afraid of them. Rather, call to mind what the Lord your God did to Pharaoh and all of Egypt. The great testings which your own eyes have seen, the signs and wonders, his strong hand outstretched arm with which the Lord your God brought you out. The same also will he do to all nations of whom you are now afraid. Moreover, the Lord your God will send hornets among them, until the survivors who have hidden from you are destroyed. Therefore, do not be terrified by them, for the Lord your God, who is in your midst, is great and awesome God. He will dislodge these nations before you little by little. You cannot exterminate them all at once, lest the wild beasts become too numerous for you. The Lord your God will deliver them up to you and will root them utterly until they are annihilated. Man, convert them? Can we convert them? We have to kill them? I mean, maybe it's because they were not convertible. I don't know. Maybe they're deemed too far gone and they can't, and they just need to be removed from existence. He will deliver their kings into your hand, that you may make their names perish from under the heavens. No man will be able to stand up against you, till you have put an end to them. The images of their gods you shall destroy by fire. Do not covet the silver or gold on them, nor take it for yourselves, lest you be ensnared by it. For it is an abomination to the Lord your God. You shall not bring any abominable thing into your house, lest you be doomed with it. Loathe and abhor it utterly as the thing that is doomed. Those are some pretty strong words, for sure. Let's not mess with this. It's like all they have to do is not mess up. All they have to do is not mess up. You already said if you don't do it, it's in there. Don't mess up. All right, on to chapter 8. Be careful to observe all the commandments I enjoin on you today, that you may live and increase and may enter in and possess the land which the Lord promised on oath to your fathers. Remember how for 40 years now the Lord your God has directed all of your journeying in the desert, so as to test you by affliction and find out whether or not it was your intention to keep his commandments. He therefore let you be afflicted with hunger, and then fed you with manna, a food unknown to you and your fathers, in order to show you that not by bread alone does man live, but by every word that comes forth from the mouth of the Lord. The clothing did not fall from you in tatters, nor did your feet swell these 40 years. You must realize that Lord your God disciplines you even as a man disciplines a son. It's right there. It's like a father. It's a father. He's going to show you the way, but love you the entire way. It's right there. He's always been a father. That's what it is. Therefore, keep the commandments of the Lord your God by walking in his ways and fearing him. For the Lord your God is bringing you to a good country, a land with streams of water, with springs and fountains welling up in the hills and valleys, a land of wheat and barley, of vines and fig trees and pomegranates, of olive trees and of honey, a land where you can eat bread without stint and where you will lack nothing, a land whose stones contain iron and in whose hills you can mine copper. But when you have eaten your fill, you must bless the Lord your God for the good country he has given you. Be careful not to forget the Lord your God by neglecting his commandments and decrees and statutes which I enjoin on you today, lest when you have eaten your fill and have built fine houses and lived in them, and have increased your heads and flocks, your silver and gold, and all your property, then you become haughty of heart and unmindful of the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, that place of slavery, who guided you through the vast and terrible desert with his seraph serpents and scorpions. Its parched and waterless ground, who brought forth water for you from the flinty rock, and fed you in the desert with manna, a food unknown to your fathers, that he might afflict you and test you, but also make you prosperous in the end. Otherwise, you might say to yourselves, it is my own power and strength of my own hand that has obtained for me this wealth. Remember then, it is the Lord your God who gives you the power to acquire wealth by fulfilling, as he has now done, the covenant which he swore to your fathers. But if you forget the Lord your God and follow other gods, serving and worshiping them, I forewarn you this day that you will perish utterly. Like the nations which the Lord destroys before God, so shall you too perish for not heeding the voice of the Lord your God. Wow. I mean, he's not lying. And this is, I mean, it's like, it's there. All I have to do is do what he says, and they can prosper. They'll never get sick. Have all the food, have all the money they can want. Copper, I mean, everything they want. All you gotta do is just don't forget who did this for you. Now we're going into chapter 9. Hear, O Israel, you are now about to cross the Jordan to enter and dispose nations greater and stronger than yourselves, having large cities fortified to the sky, the Anakim, a people great and tall. You know of them and have heard it said of them, who can stand up against the Anakim? Understand then today that is the Lord your God, who will cross over before you as a consuming fire. It is who will reduce them to nothing and subdue them before you, so that you can drive them out and destroy them quickly, as the Lord promised you. After the Lord your God has thrust them out of your way, do not say to yourself, it is because of my merits that the Lord has brought me in to possess this land. For it is really because of the wickedness of these nations that the Lord is driving them out before you. So I just want to take this opportunity to just think back, and it says, do not kill. But he wants them to kill here. Maybe it's like, after I'm done, no more killing. After we're done, no more killing, right? But he wants them to kill these people so they can have the land that was promised to them. That's the only thing I can say. No, it is not because of your merits or the integrity of your heart that you are going in to take possession of their land, but the Lord your God is driving these nations out before you on account of their wickedness, and in order to keep the promise which he made under oath to your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Understand this, therefore, it is not because of your merits that the Lord your God is giving you this good land to possess, for you are a stiff-necked people. Bear in mind, and do not forget how you angered the Lord your God in the desert. From the day you left the land of Egypt until you arrived in this place, you have been rebellious toward the Lord. At Horeb, you so provoked the Lord that he was angry enough to destroy you. When I had gone up the mountain to receive the stone tablets of the covenant which the Lord made with you, meanwhile, I stayed on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights without eating or drinking, till the Lord gave me the 2 tablets of stone inscribed by God's own finger, with a copy of all the words that the Lord spoke to you on the mountain from the midst of the fire on the day of the assembly. Well, that answers that question. Who's writing it down? There was a copy. There was a copy. That's great. Then at the end of the 40 days and 40 nights, when the Lord had given me the 2 stone tablets of the covenant, he said to me, go down from here now quickly, for your people whom you have brought out of Egypt have become depraved. They have already turned aside from the way I pointed out to them and have made for themselves a molten idol. I have seen now how stiff-necked these people is, the Lord said to me. Let me be, that I may destroy them and blot out their name from under the heavens. I will then make of you a nation mightier and greater than they. When I had come down again from the blazing fiery mountain with the 2 tablets of the covenant in both hands, I saw how you sinned against the Lord your God. You have already turned aside from the way which the Lord had pointed out to you by making for yourselves a molten calf. Raising the 2 tablets with both hands, I threw them from me and broke them before your eyes. Therein, as before, I lay prostrate before the Lord for 40 days and 40 nights without eating and drinking, because of all the sin you had committed in the sight of the Lord, and the evil you had done to provoke him. For I dreaded the fierce anger of the Lord against you. His wrath would destroy you. Yet once again the Lord listened to me. With Aaron too, the Lord was deeply angry, and he would have killed him if I had not prayed for him also at that time. Then, taking the calf, the sinful object you had made, and fusing it with fire, I ground it down to powder as fine as dust, which I threw into the wadi that went down to the mountainside. At Taberah, let's see. Likewise, you provoked the Lord to anger. And when he set you up, you rebelled against his command of the Lord, your God, and would not trust or obey him. Ever since I have known you, you have been rebels against the Lord. Those 40 days then and 40 nights I lay prostrate before the Lord, because he had threatened to destroy you. This was my prayer to him. O Lord God, destroy not your people, the heritage which your majesty has ransomed and brought out of Egypt with your strong hand. Remember your servants, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Look not upon the stubbornness of these people, nor upon their wickedness and sin, lest these people from whose land you have brought us say, the Lord was not able to bring them into the land he promised them, or out of hatred for them. He brought them out to slay them in the desert. They are, after all, your people and your heritage, whom you have brought out by your great power with your outstretched arm. And it's like, I don't understand that all the things that they did for them, all the things that the Lord did for these people, and they're still complaining, and they're rebelling against him for no reason other than to just be rebels and rebelling against him. It doesn't make sense. Regardless of what they've seen, they're still doing it. Starting chapter 10. At the time the Lord said to me, cut 2 tablets of stone like the former, then come up the mountain to me. Also make an ark of wood. I will write upon the tablets the commandments that were on the former tablets that you broke, and you shall place them in the ark. So I made an ark of acacia wood, and cut 2 tablets of stone like the former, and went up the mountain carrying the 2 tablets. The Lord then wrote on them, as he had written before, the 10 commandments which he spoke to you on the mountain from the midst of the fire on the day of the assembly. After the Lord had given them to me, I turned and came down the mountain and placed the tablets in the ark I had made. There they have remained, in keeping with the command of the Lord gave me. Let's see. At the time the Lord set apart the tribe of Levi to carry the ark of the covenant to the Lord, to be in attendance before the Lord and minister to him, and to give blessings in his name as they have done to this day. For this reason, Levi has no share in the heritage with his brothers. The Lord himself is his heritage, as the Lord your God has told him. After I spent these other 40 days and 40 nights on the mountain, and the Lord had once again heard me and decided not to destroy you, he said to me, go now and set out to the head of your people, that they may enter in and occupy the land which I swore to their fathers I would give them. And now, Israel, what does the Lord your God ask for you but fear the Lord your God, and to follow his ways exactly, to love and serve the Lord your God with all of your heart and all of your soul, to keep the commandments and statutes of the Lord which I enjoin on you today for your own good. Think, the heavens, even the highest heavens, belong to the Lord your God, as well as the earth and everything on it. Yet, in his love for your fathers, the Lord was so attached to them as to choose you, their descendants, in preference to all other peoples, as indeed he has done now. Circumcise your hearts, therefore, and be no longer stiff-necked, for the Lord your God is the God of gods, the Lord of lords, the great God, the mighty and awesome, who has no favorites, accepts no bribes, who executes justice for the orphan and the widow, and befriends the alien, feeding and clothing him. So you too must befriend the alien, for you were once aliens yourself in the land of Egypt. The Lord your God shall you fear, and him you shall serve. Hold fast to him and swear by his name. He is your glory, he is your God, who has done for you these great and terrible things which your own eyes have seen. Your ancestors went down to Egypt 70 strong, and now the Lord your God has made you as numerous as the stars in the sky. Wow. If that's not a stark reminder of, what the right thing to do is, I don't know. What is? Says it in here. Clothe and love the alien. It's like, no matter how you look at it, an alien, of course, is somebody that is foreign, right? No matter how you look at it, we're here now, and what we have, and these invisible borders, because we can't afford to take care of people. That's what it is, right? We made all this. We made this mess. Not everybody should come here, and everybody belongs, especially the people that are violent. But people that are not violent and people that want to integrate into society, they should be allowed to do that. And it shouldn't cost $1 million. There's no reason going somewhere. Like, for all, this is only within the last, couple hundred years. For all of the rest of history, right? It's like maybe a couple thousand years, I don't know. But for the people just immigrated, they just migrated places. They didn't have to pay. It's ridiculous. And now it's like we invented money and now we have to pay. It doesn't make sense. It's like people can just, they need to want a better life. Why not? Especially children and families. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming to see me. Have a good day.